let's back up a little bit. What are some of the different types of properties that we're going to be looking at?
Well, you got your regular traditional properties that's
Okay.
going out.
You got a regular homeowner, and
You got open
They're making a
houses. You're making a move. You got the flip properties.
the flip ones.
Those are fun.
Those are really fun. That's where someone buys a house, fixes it up, either very well or not very well, and then tries to sell that for profit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So some of those are good. Some it's more of a lipstick on a pig kind of thing. But real concern is the dates. So some loan programs have problems with things flipping too fast. So you got to make sure the day they acquire the property and the day you're writing the purchase contract are within that window. So we got to communicate with your lender to make sure that works, because that ends up surprising some people too.
Yeah, it does. It does. Most of the time, you're going to get all the nice aesthetics up front, but maybe the bones don't look that great. So.
I sold a flip property where there was a light in the hallway that was on. There was no switch to it.
Interesting.
Like you could not turn the light off unless you took the dome off and unscrewed the light bulb.
That's a little
But you
dangerous.
burn the snot out of your hand doing that. But yeah, there was no way to turn this light off. So
2 of 5. We got your bank and lender known properties.
dude, foreclosures. We don't see a lot of those in this cycle of the market. But that's where the bank, someone stopped making payments. The bank now owns the property, and we negotiate with the bank as the seller.
And that can be a long process.
Can be a very frustrating process because they're usually unrealistic in pricing. They're usually unrealistic in response times.
And they don't like to negotiate.
They don't like to negotiate, and oftentimes there's heavy competition because it's a foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Too much HGTV out there. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's not always a great deal.
No.
Oftentimes it's not even a good deal at all. But we'll let you know if it is.
Then you go back down to short sales.
Ooh.
Short sales.
Short sales are their own beast, but our team got its start in short sales.
Yeah,
I've done a few hundred of them myself. Not personally, but
our
negotiating with the bank. So that's when a owner owns a property and they owe more on it than
what the value is.
Than what it's worth. So that's where the short is. The short is not in the time frame.
No.
Right? Those deals tend to take a little while to get the bank to accept the short payoff. And the major problem is a lot of real estate agents are not qualified to even process these transactions. They don't know what the banks are looking for. They don't know how to negotiate with the bank. And you can end up spending 6 months in escrow on a property and it go to foreclosure anyway. Yeah, so we have an interview process with those listing agents to really make sure that it's actually could get to the closing table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though we don't have closing tables here in California, but this one's really important because we're going to see a lot of this.
We always see these new builds.
The new builds.
New builds.
And for a while there was absolutely no new builds, right? But they're coming.
They are coming.
They're starting to come. There's a couple of neighborhoods in Templeton. We're starting to see them in Tascadero. San Luis is getting
a lot of
1,600 new homes over the next 5 years.
It's roughly, that's the plan.
That's a lot of new homes. So new homes are great. We really like new homes. They're going to help our inventory problem. New homes will always sell. But the issue that there is with new homes is they're sales representatives.
Mm-hmm.
Nice people, but who do they work for?
They work for the builder.
They work for the builder.
So it's one of the things. You walk in, they have you sign a waiver. And once you sign that waiver, well, it kind of pretty much just waives us. It says, no, you're going to work with our representative. You're not going to you may get good help. They're nice people, like we said, but you won't get that professional, high standards what we like to keep ourselves at.
That sales rep that works for the builder is all about the builder's bottom line. They're going to push you into a new home that may not look like the model you just saw, and they're going to try and sell you as many upgrades as they can, and they're not representing you as a fiduciary. There's that word again.
Fiduciary.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you see new homes, that doesn't mean we can't help you out with that. So if you see a new home neighborhood, invite us along with to that first trip, and we can still represent you on a new home.
But just make sure we're with you so we can represent you to the fullest with the fiduciary duty.
And we're not saying that so that we stay in the deal. We're saying that because we want to protect you from the home builder. Make them sound predatory. They're not really that predatory.
No, they're good people.
But they're running a business. They're selling a lot of homes. Yeah.
At the end of the day, the bottom line is what they care about, not really what the client's looking at.
Exactly.
So
they just want to sell you a home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there are good home builders, and there are home builders that you may have an issue with quality, right? And I've been doing this long enough. I kind of have a good idea who's building the quality and who's